Gates open at Arapahoe Park, with some rarely seen views in horse racing. We put you in the starting gate as the horses load for the moment when all the preparation behind the scenes comes to fruition on the track. Once in the gates, we put you on a horse, with footage of a race filmed by a jockey wearing a GoPro camera. And we take you over jumps with some retired racehorses in new careers as eventers. We're showing you the behind the scenes of horse racing and some of sport's most majestic athletes. So get a leg up, come on to the track, and be ready for the start, because the horses are at the post. Trey, you ready for this?
I think I'm ready. Hey, we're rolling!
Okay, this is gonna look a little different. Welcome to a behind the scenes look of horse racing. I'm Jonathan Horowitz, the announcer at Arapahoe Park. The device I'm wearing is a GoPro, a wearable and durable high-definition camcorder that captures a point-of-view perspective. Years ago, if you weren't at the racetrack, watching a horse race looked like this. There were no photo cameras or television cameras, and horse racing action was captured in art, such as in this painting by William Robertson showing a false start to a race held at Jerome Park in New York in 1868. There are still many similarities between horse racing in the 19th and 21st centuries, similar picturesque settings and racing silks. Some of the equipment is the same, although the riding style appears to be different. Then came still photography. This is one of the earliest photos of horse racing in the collections at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. It was taken in 1887 by George Barker. This photo by George Lawrence captures the finish of the 1904 American Derby, won by Highball and jockey G.C. Fuller in front of a packed grandstand at Washington Park in Chicago. And then watching horse races with moving pictures. This is one of the earliest moving pictures of a horse race from 1897, using the technology of Thomas Edison from the collections of the Library of Congress. It shows a 9-horse race at Sheepshead Bay in Coney Island, New York, won by a horse named Clifford. This is the 1904 Brooklyn Handicap at Gravesend Racetrack in Coney Island, won by the Picket. The Brooklyn is still run in the 21st century at Belmont Park in New York. It's amazing to watch footage from more than 100 years ago, although no sound yet, as the first horse race announcing over a public address system came from Clem McCarthy at Bowie Racecourse in Maryland in 1927. The invention of the GoPro camera in 2005 has now meant that moving pictures of a race can come on horseback, and later in the episode we'll put you in the jockey seat. So on this episode of Gates Open at Arapahoe Park, we take you up close, directly into the action, with new ways to watch horse racing in the 21st century. Here's my view from the announcer's booth atop the grandstand of the 2015 Colorado Derby. Lined up, ready to go. Gates open, the 2015 Colorado Derby is underway with the filly Kalinda Dawn breaking on top of Prater 64. Past Due rushes up to be third in between that pair, 3 of them in a line racing to the clubhouse turn. But the filly taking on the boys will go on to win the Colorado Derby. Second stakes win in less than a week. An amazing performance from Kalinda Dawn. And jockey Dennis Collins celebrates the dominant gate-to-wire victory. Gates Open at Arapahoe Park is presented by the His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan Global Arabian Horse Flat Racing Festival. On the edge of glory in the Watha Stud Farm Cup and Breezal LZP, with Carlo Lopez looking over the shoulder for the competition that hasn't emerged yet. With races in 11 countries, the Watha Stud Farm Cup will be held at Arapahoe Park on May 24th, July 5th, and August 9th. Behind the growth of horse racing in Colorado, the Colorado Horse Racing Association, the Colorado Thoroughbred Breeders Association, the Rocky Mountain Quarter Horse Association, Colorado Owners and Breeders of Racing Arabians, Cantor, Colorado, finding new homes for retired racehorses. Here's your chance to be a jockey at Arapahoe Park. First, we take you into the jockey's room with Dennis Collins and what preparations jockeys do before coming on to the racetrack. And then we put you in the saddle with Francisco Giles, wearing a GoPro aboard Tearing Up Thunder. The filly taking on the boys will go on to win the Colorado Derby. Second stakes win in less than a week. An amazing performance from Kalinda Dawn. And jockey Dennis Collins celebrates the dominant gate-to-wire victory over R-Dub, kicking clear to victory in the CTBA Futurity. R-Dub and Dennis Collins over Duggaboy Brown.
Then Luke Wildcat is fourth off the third, and Evo is the one to catch. Cracker Jack Kid ranging up again to the outside for Efren Prado, and then comes Ace away down the outside.
Efren?
Oh, he's hanging.
He's wanting to get beat. And he is.
He's
beat. Did he get beat?
I wrote guys here. I thought I was going to win one. He just, he doesn't want to win that.
He got beat.
Hangs like a cheap suit. Feels like $1 million down the backside, and that's about all she wrote.
Wow. A very close photo finish between the 1 Evo and number 5 Cracker Jack Kid.
I don't know. I don't know. It's close.
What?
He might have got the head bob.
Efren?
He might have got the head bob.
He was only about 2.5 strides ahead of that horse, wasn't he?
Oh, the Prado? Yeah. They're pushing it on the one though.
I haven't seen him around. Nice. No, those are short.
Yeah, but you know what? Look, let me show you. They're plugged with plastic to about here, so even when it goes down into there, you know it's not going to blow up until it hits the end.
I don't know. I don't know.
Riders up!
Field of 8 in the starting gate. Gates open, race 6 is underway. And Tearing Up Thunder slightly slower than the others to begin, and several of them want to be part of the early pace picture, with Special Deputy rushing up to contest the lead with Real Shaky. Hard road in between that pair. Wider on the course are Wimbledon and Tommy Two-Stroke. First 5 covered by 2.5 lengths, and then a break of 2 lengths back to Midnight Withdrawal, who's third last, just in front of Tearing Up Thunder. And Midnight Con charts a wider course, racing at the rear of the field and about 7 lengths from the front as they head down the back stretch and trading punches on the front end. It is Special Deputy putting the nose in front, one off the fence. From Real Shaky to the inside, Dustin's Fault and Tommy Two-Stroke to the outside. 4 of them in a line with another 3 lengths to Hard Road, and the White Silk sizing them up from 5th place
along the inside of Midnight Withdrawal, and then Midnight Con second last, and Tearing Up Thunder is back at the tail. And there's been no slackening of the pace ever since the start as these four on the front end continue to slug it out. It's Real Shaky who appears to have the best position, saving ground on the inside, with Special Deputy continuing to plug away, and then Tommy Two-Stroke. Dustin's Fault has dropped back into fourth place, and they're followed in fifth place by Midnight Withdrawal, trying to make up ground as they swing into the home stretch. It's very wide open, and Real Shaky cuts the corner for Kelly Bridges. Tommy Two-Stroke starting to charge Midnight Withdrawal on the outside. Real Shaky trying to fend them off, has 2 lengths to spare with 100 yards to go, and it's Real Shaky being pushed to the line by Kelly Bridges and going on to win his second race in a row at Arapahoe Park, defeating a closing Midnight Withdrawal, and then Tommy Two-Stroke, Dustin's Fault, Hard Road, and Tearing Up Thunder. Final time for the mile, 1 minute 39.73 seconds. The winner, number 1, Real Shaky, finishing second, number 6, Midnight Withdrawal. Third went to number 7, Tommy Two-Stroke, and fourth, number 5, Dustin's Fault.
The winner of the race, Real Shaky, covered the 1 mile lap of the Arapahoe Park track in 1 minute 39.73 seconds, averaging a speed of 36 miles per hour. Tearing Up Thunder broke slowly and was last for most of the race until perking up in the home stretch. So Francisco Giles had a good view of the rest of the field. If you like what you saw and want to experience more of being a jockey, the new Racewood Race Trainer, designed in Great Britain, simulates the mechanics of a racehorse with an interactive display that responds to the jockey's decisions in a virtual race and monitors the jockey's fitness. Live horse racing at Arapahoe Park takes place from May 22nd to August 16th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, starting at 1 p.m.
Gates open, the Miles Massey Handicap is underway.
Keep up with the latest online at myhighracing.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/Arapahoe Racing, and on Twitter at JJ Horowitz.
Miss Dixie and Lil Rich Girl in a photo finish that goes to Miss Dixie, holding on by the narrowest of margins.
The start of a horse race is the tensest of times, when all the preparation and anticipation freeze for a moment before the gates open. The gate crew at Arapahoe Park is one of the finest in the country. The gate crew loads the horses into the gates and ensures the safety of the horses and jockeys. Here's their view of horse racing.
Yeah. What's that one by you, Sue Porter? Which one? You one? Oh, that sounds about the same, yeah.
And his shows are awesome.
Yeah.
You guys work that out. We're a team.
Probably. You got the juice.
How's that water, Lo?
You got the juice. I know, I'm drinking it.
Well, give me a grape. Come on.
You talking grape? You wash your new jeans?
How is it, Lo? Let me try it. What is it?
Seems like it's from that trough.
Yeah.
This time I think they are right. They are. They're off. Once again, it was a perfect start.
Since Edward Stanley, the 12th Earl of Derby, originated the Derby in 1780 in England, every country or state with horse racing hosts its own Derby or Derby race for 3-year-old horses. The 2015 Colorado Derby matched up 2014 Gold Rush Futurity winner Past Due, 2015 inaugural winner Z Smoking Gun, and filly Kalinda Dawn taking on Colts and Geldings in a battle of the sexes.
Gates open. The 2015 Colorado Derby is underway with the filly Kalinda Dawn breaking on top of Prater 64. Past Due rushes up to be third in between that pair, 3 of them in a line racing to the clubhouse turn, and then Dewey tucking back in the Gold Silks in 4th place, followed by Z Smoking Gun, Ed and Fred, last of the 6 and 8 lengths off the lead as they work away from the grandstand through the clubhouse turn to the backstretch. And the filly taking on the boys, Kalinda Dawn, shows the way by a length and a half from Past Due, tracking off the rail in 2nd place in the yellow silks for Kelly Bridges, and then Prater 64 in the black for Travis Wales in 3rd. 4 lengths off the lead as Kalinda Dawn tries to skip away on the front end, and then Z Smoking Gun saving ground along the rail with Dewey and Ed and Fred last of all at the halfway stage. And Kalinda Dawn, 1 week away from her win in the George Wafer Memorial, comes past the half-mile pole, showing them a clean pair of heels, a length and a half in front. front of Prater 64, moving into second. Past Due, Asked for More by Kelly Bridges, and then comes Z Smoking Gun, followed by Dewey and Ed and Fred. They've yet to get to Kalinda Dawn with 3/8 of a mile to go. The filly is extending her lead. She's 3 lengths in front of Prater 64, who looks to be the danger in second place, and then comes a laboring Past Due, followed by Dewey, Z Smoking Gun, and Ed and Fred off the turn and into the stretch on the edge of glory in the Colorado Derby, and it's Kalinda Dawn still with the target on her back, and they're not quite reaching her. She has 4 lengths to spare coming to the final furlong. Prater 64 chasing in second, and then comes Dewey, but the filly taking on the boys will go on to win the Colorado Derby. Second stakes win in less than a week. An amazing performance from Kalinda Dawn, and jockey Dennis Collins celebrates the dominant gate-to-wire victory over Prater 64, Dewey, and Ed and Fred. The time for a mile and 1/16, 1 minute 47.89 seconds.
While Derby races for 3-year-olds are the marquee races for thoroughbreds, for quarter horses it's Futurity races for 2-year-olds. 3 Olives and Smoke went for his second Futurity of the season in the Rocky Mountain Futurity on the same day as the Colorado Derby.
Gates open. The Rocky Mountain Futurity is underway. Not the best of starts for 3 Olives and Smoke. Has some work to do to get to Who Dat on the outside. Let Her Be on the inside, and Eagles Camp trying to run through. Now 3 Olives and Smoke getting going, passing Who Dat, kicking clear for Stormy Smith, and 3 Olives and Smoke wins the Rocky Mountain Futurity. A Beach and Dynasty ran on for second, and then Who Dat.
When horses at Arapahoe Park finish racing, they often go on to second careers. Canter Colorado is an organization that finds new homes for horses after they finish racing. In Beyond the Finish Line are some horses that are part of Canter's program, transitioning from racing to cross-country. Cross-country features horses going over fences and through water and other obstacles. With a GoPro, this is what it is like to be an eventer and experience some of the amazing things thoroughbreds can do after they finish their racing careers.
Oh, no, these guys are fine with that. One last one, Cheats. Good girl. Woo! I'm ending on that. Wonderful.
That's Gates Open at Arapahoe Park, and until your next time out at the races, I'm Jonathan Horowitz. Keep picking winners.